I am making a Battlewasp deck profile. Battlewasp just seems to be one of those really fun synchro based decks that is really does unexpected things when your opponent has no clue what they're going to be doing. Like last time I used this deck, I used it against a dinosaur player who didn't know what any of the things I did. But I went to battle phase with 6 face-up monsters. He didn't conductor me, which was a mistake on his part because I ended up murdering his face with it. Yes, because battle wasps are a burn battle ace deck, and it's just really fun and explain things. I'll just go into the deck now. Starting off, I play 3 copies of Effect Veiler. Then I play 3 copies of Dart the Hunter. Pin the Bullseye. Sting the Poison. Dart the Hunter lets you, if a battle wasp monster in your field destroys the monster by battle, you can discard Dart the Hunter to then deal damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's attack. And then Pin the Bullseye is a free summon if you control an insect monster. However, you're locked into insects for the rest of the turn. And it can deal 200 points damage to your opponent for every Pin the Bullseye on your field. Sting the Poison is a level 2 insect that, when summoned, lets you add 1 Battle Wasp monster from your deck to your hand. And you contribute 1 monster on your field to then target 1 monster your opponent controls as a quick effect to negate its effects. So your opponent can get normal summon Armageddon Knight, activates effect, chain Sting the Poison's effect, tribute a monster, target Armageddon Knight, its effects are now negated. Then moving on to the monsters, I play 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, or as some people like to call this one, Ash Blossom and Joyous Feet. Then I play 3 copies of Battlewasp Twin Bow the Attacker and Arbalest the Rapid Fire. Twin Bow is another free summon if you control an insect monster, and it also locks you into insects and when special summoned by its own effect. And for some weird reason, also has the ability of being able to attack twice. And then Arbalest the Rapid Fire. When it's normal summoned, you can target 1 level 3 or lower Battle Wasp from your grave and special summon it. And if it's destroyed by battle, you can summon 1 Battle Wasp monster from your deck, except for Arbalest the Rapid Fire. And then to finish off the monsters, I like to be funny and play 3 copies of Slifer the Sky Dragon just because I notice this deck seems to always have a hand and not always needing its normal summon. So I just think randomly pulling off Slifer the Sky Dragon is funny. If you don't want to play Slifer, then you can play 3 copies of Called by the Grave or Forbidden Chalice. That is it for the monster cards. Moving on to the spell cards. I play one for one. So you can summon Battle Wasp, Sting the Poison, or Dart the Hunter from your deck. And Dart the Hunter also has the effect of being able to attribute itself to target 1 insect monster you control and make it a tuner. Which is actually kind of decent since the Battle Wasps only have the 1 tuner of Sting the Poison. Then I play 1 copy of Linkbound. Monster Reborn, and Raigeki. This deck doesn't really need these 3 cards. If you don't want to play Linkbound, Monster Reborn, or Raigeki, you can also, again, take those out for Forbidden Chalice or Called by the Grave, which is what I was originally going to do, but I couldn't find them. So I just went with these. So with this deck, I would take out all 3 Slifer the Sky Dragon, Linkbound, Monster Reborn, and Raigeki for 3 Forbidden Chalice and Called by the Grave, because that just makes it better. But Linkbound lets you target 1 Link monster you control or in your graveyard, put it back into your deck, draw cards equal to its Link rating, and then put an equal number of cards from your hand to the bottom of your deck in any order. Monster Reborn just brings back a monster from either player's graveyard by targeting it, and Raigeki just destroys all monsters your opponent controls. Then I play 3 copies of Revival Swarm. This is a monster reborn for the Battlewasp archetype. It also has the effect of being able to banish it from your grave to target one Battlewasp, but it can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects till the end of the next turn. Then I play 3 copies of Summoning Swarm. This is a soul charge for the Battlewasp deck, which is why you don't really need Monster Reborn. But Summoning Swarm lets you target Battlewasps in your grave up to the number of monsters your opponent controls. Special summon them, however you're locked into insects for the rest of the turn. That's what I like about this deck. Rather than skipping your battle phase for a turn, it just locks you into insects. Then I play 3 copies of Pinpoint Landing. Pinpoint Landing is the card you can only use its effect of once per turn, as a hard once per turn. So if you have 2 on the field, then you cannot just draw 2 cards. But if you special summon a monster from your hand, it lets you draw a card, and if you do not draw a card off its effect, it's destroyed. This card's good in the deck just because, from what I've seen, you're always special summoning a monster from your hand once per turn. So you're always able to draw a card. And if you're not able to summon a monster from your hand, that's probably because you're about to murder your opponent. Then to finish off the deck, I play 3 copies of Battlewasp Nest. Battlewasp Nest has the effect of if an opponent attacks, if an opponent's monster battles a Battlewasp monster you control during their turn, then you can negate the attack, put a counter on Battlewasp Nest, and summon another Battlewasp from your deck. So normally your opponent will attack a Battlewasp. You use this card's effect, negate the summon, or negate the attack. Special summon Sting the Poison in defense, and then search for Pin the Bullseye. So that now with Pinpoint Landing, you can summon Pin the Bullseye. But however, at the end of the turn, when Battlewasp Nest has 2 counters, then it's destroyed. Or it's not destroyed, but it gets sent to the grave. That is it for the main deck of my Battlewasp deck. Moving on to the extra deck, I play 3 copies of Greatfly, which I think is perfect in this deck since Battlewasps are all wind insects. And Greatfly requires 2 wind monsters and increases the attack of all wind monsters by 500. Or increases the attack and defense of all wind by 500 and decreasing earth by 400. And if it gets destroyed by battle or card effect, then I can add 1 wind monster from my graveyard back to my hand. Then to finish off the links, I play 1 Borload Dragon. And Borlow's just there for obvious reasons. And I'm playing a Synchro Monster in this deck that doesn't really make sense, which is Clearwing Synchro Dragon. But if you don't want to play Clearwing, then just play Borlsword. Then I play 3 copies of Azusa the Ghost Bow, which is part of the main damage dealing combo with this deck. Where all you need for this deck is Azusa the Ghost Bow, Halberd the Charge, and Dart the Hunter. But all you need is to have Azusa in the graveyard, Halberd the Charge in play, and Dart the Hunter in your hand. You have Halberd the Charge attack an opponent's monster, deal battle damage, and then chain 1 will be Halberd the Charge, chain 2 will be Dart the Hunter, and chain 3 will be Azusa the Ghost Bow. Azusa will summon herself from the graveyard. Dart the Hunter will deal damage. Azusa's effect would then deal your opponent 100 points of damage, so that's Dart the Hunter's attack points. Then Halberd the Charge will deal 200 to 300 damage for every Battlewasp in your graveyard. And then Azusa will do another 2,500 points of damage because that's Halberd the Charge's attack. Azusa the Ghost Bow has the effect of if a Battlewasp monster inflicts damage to your opponent takes damage equal to that Battlewasp monster's attack points. And Azusa the Ghost Bow is the only other 200 monster Battlewasps have. Then I play the 1 Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Again, if you don't want to play this, you can just play Borlsword instead. Then I play 2 copies of Hama the Conquering Bow. Hama has the effect of if it's summoned using a Synchro monster as material, then it gets 2 attacks during each battle phase. and it has the effect of if it's attack or if it during the I can't word at the end of the battle phase if your opponent didn't take any damage at all, then Hama can deal 300 points damage to your opponent for every insect that's in your graveyard. And then to finish off the extra deck, I play 2 copies of Battlewasp Ballista the Armageddon. Ballista's effect is when it's summoned, or when it is synchronous. I can't word. When it is special summoned, then you banish all insects from your graveyard to weaken all monsters your opponent controls by 500 for each insect banished. It can inflict piercing battle damage, and if is destroyed by battle or card effect, then you can summon as many level 10. I think it was level 10. My bad. Level 11 or lower insect monsters that are as possible that are banished. So you put your resources into it, banish like 5 to 6 monsters, and then as long as any of them are level 11 or lower, then you can just summon as many as possible. So what happens is if it's destroyed and you have Hama, Azusa, Halberd, and 2 other battle destroyed, then this dies, and then lets you bring back Hama, Halberd, Azusa, and any other battle bosses that aren't ballista, that aren't Ballista the Armageddon. And that is it for my Battlewasp deck profile. Battlewasp are just a really fun deck to play, and I honestly hope they get more support, which I don't think they ever will, but I would love it if they did, just because I think Battlewasp might be one of the better insect archetypes. I'm not saying they're the best, because I don't really know any other insect archetypes other than Crawler and this deck. But that is it for my Battlewasp deck profile. If you have any ideas what I can do to improve the deck, feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching.